This is Paul. Yeah. You know, I sent that email almost a year ago. It's 2019, and for the most part, yes, I sent you an email every day, and you decided to sit there as God and make decisions for my life, yeah, and the lives of other people because you just do not recognize the laws of the United States. Now I know your questions. Well, why don't I motion the court? See, the law requires the order to say if the respondent received notice of the hearing and by what method. And when you don't listen to me and you don't listen to what the law says, yes, because the order to say, the law requires the order to say. The order has to say, if the respondent received notice of the hearing and by what method. It actually says the respondent did not receive notice of the hearing because there was no method. Now, you as judges don't listen to what the law says. You're playing God. Isn't that right, Judge? You sit there on your seat and you look at people and you think, I'm God, and you'll just do what I say. Now, if you don't listen to what the law says, what makes me think you're going to listen to what I say? See, in your mind, I'm just a homeless man that you can incarcerate for the rest of my life in a mental institution without any proof of any crime. Isn't that right, Judge? You don't listen to what the law says. The law requires the order to say if the respondent received notice. What possible reason could there be to, oh, since the judge needs to verify that service complied with court rules, timely and proper? Are there any judges that know the court rules of their individual judiciaries where they sit there and they judge? Do you know what timely and proper is? Do you have any idea what the court rules say? Well, you arrest people when you know they did not commit a crime. I wasn't in Sequim, Washington. I wasn't in Brennan, Washington. And you don't know what the rules say, and you don't listen to what the law says, and then you wonder why just nobody wants to motion the fucking court. The judge will probably complete this portion for you. Now, I have been telling you what the law says. The respondent must have had notice and an opportunity to be heard sufficient to protect the person's right to due process. You didn't do that in 2011. You didn't do that in 2012 when you reissued it by minute order. You didn't do that in 2013. You didn't do it in 2015. You never gave me actual notice at least 5 judicial days prior to having court hearings. That means it violates 18 U.S. Code 2285B2. Now, you don't listen to what the law says. Ex parte orders, if the protection order is ex parte, notice and opportunity to be heard must be provided within the time required by the law of the issuing jurisdiction. Now, the notice, yes, do you know who I am? You don't know. I sent you 2,300,000 emails in the last 3 years. You said I was in Brennan, Washington when I emailed you videos that I was in Port Angeles, Washington. You, you don't know. You know, for a police department that plays God, you got to be one stupid fucking God to say you don't know. Oh, you do know who I am. And you did know who I was. and you intentionally didn't serve me because you've been playing God. Now, when is a protection order enforceable under the full faith and credit provisions? Yes. Personal and subject matter jurisdiction. For every civil rights coordinator, yes, they got a copy of RI.PDF. Yeah. You do not have personal subject matter jurisdiction without the signature of the petitioner. You sure the fuck don't have personal subject matter jurisdiction when the ex officio Superior Court clerk's signature is a forgery. And you don't have personal subject matter jurisdiction when you don't give me notice and an opportunity to be heard. And then when you arrest me for a crime that I didn't commit in Sequim, Washington, and then you attempted to have me admitted to Western State Hospital when you would not admit the evidence that I wasn't in Sequim, Washington. You're playing God. You're